the last, I don't know, little while, whenever I chat to somebody about Mini, they're always like, I don't know, Mini's not Mini anymore. And I think they're often referring to the likes of the Countryman, which is like an actual like SUV now, like a compact SUV, and no longer sort of like a little, maybe like a tiny, little bigger Mini. But I am now in the new generation Mini Cooper, and this feels a lot more mature, a lot more grown up. And so maybe that's what people are referring to. However, I feel like this Mini, like the Mini Cooper, which is like Mini in its like simplest form, is still very much carrying the essence of Mini. So I'm driving the 5-door, which makes it ever so slightly more practical than the 2-door version. This is actually a sort of stretched 3-door in terms of wheelbase. It's about 17 centimeters longer, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but actually when you get into the back and stuff, it's when you sort of start to feel it, certainly with the legroom. So the interior is all very much the same as, say, the 3-door version, all very Mini. You've got this circular, massive infotainment screen taking center stage, and it's got Mini's operating 9 system in here. And I have to say, it's really user-friendly. Even though it's like really comprehensive, it just sort of mimics a smartphone. I find the graphics on here just beautiful. Everything connects easily. Everything just seems to work seamlessly on here. Something that is cool and that I love. Okay, so first of all, you don't have a gear lever or anything in the center here. That frees up space for storage, etc. But where it sits is on the center console here. It's like a little knob thing, and you quickly get used to that. But what I do love is that there isn't a push button start, do you know? It's like a turnkey thing. This makes it so fun to like start your engine, do you know? Another little like funky little quirk of Mini, which makes them sort of so appealing. There's also very cool, the wireless charger I quite like because it's upright, and so your phone sits in a way that it's very much easy to see, it's easy to access. The C has a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbo petrol engine, gets you 115 kilowatts of power and 230 newton meters of torque. That Cooper S, that's got a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol. The difference is sort of minimal. You're going to get to 100 k's an hour in 7.7 seconds in this one and 6.6 seconds in the Cooper S. So gone is the 6-speed manual as well, and you've got a 7-speed dual clutch. It's actually really beautifully mated. The one thing where the Mini is, I want to say laughable, is in its door bins at the rear. I mean, I can't even put my hand in there. I can't put a bottle in there. You would never get a coffee cup in there. So close them up rather. Do you know, there's almost no point. This 5-door version kicks off at around 617,000 Rand without options. Which, look, if you're spending over 600,000 Rand, why wouldn't you go for something a little bit more practical and potentially a little bit less refined? Maybe, you know, maybe obviously less premium, maybe. But again, as much as this has grown up a little bit and there's been a focus on the materials in the Mini, and all very cool and trendy and funky and whatever, I don't know, the customer who has the money for this certainly isn't a youngster, because I certainly didn't have that kind of money when I was in my early 20s. I don't know, I suppose that's it. A Mini fan is always a Mini fan and is willing to pay anything, and that's testament to the Mini brand. Do you know, no matter what, regardless of what I say, I think if you're a Mini fan, you're going to buy a Mini, even if it costs you over 600,000 Rand for a little tiny little car. Also, a Mini is like full of character, full of charm. It's fun to drive, and you can't take that away from it, you know. There are other cars that are much cheaper, like a Suzuki Swift, that offer the same thing, but very different customers. You ready? Woo! When you get the chance.